And we are live. Man, this is this is kind of a little scary for me personally because this is our first podcast that we're actually doing that we planned out and one we actually set up everything beforehand. When I used to do podcasts in the past, it was more like we just went live and we didn't really even set anything up. We just went live and said, all right, let's see what happens. So, hello, everybody. Welcome to this beautiful podcast that we have set up here. I'm Price. I usually go by Price Jinzo or Price of Magic, but you guys can call me whatever you want. And today we have my good friend, Nat Zent.
Hello.
And my other good friend, Flynn Meister. I could never get your name right. And we are generally trying out this brand new podcast idea we have. We don't know what direction we're going with it right now. We really don't know how we're gonna set this up. So we're kind of making this as a test run, as well as just to generally have fun and do a lot of fun stuff. So we're just gonna figure out how things go from here, and we're just gonna have fun with it. So we do have a Discord open, a stage in Discord where people can join us in real time if you're in the Discord. And we'll also have a edited version of this podcast on YouTube, or sorry, on Spotify later. I don't know what time we're gonna have it set up, but we will have it set up. So if you by chance miss the podcast here, or you want to just to catch up and not really sit through the whole entirety of the podcast, we'll have one up there for you. But that's pretty much the entrance we have for today, and let's sit down and enjoy this podcast, shall we?
So,
all right, so let's get started. All right, what have you guys been playing today?
Well, funny enough, I've actually been playing a lot more retro games recently. Yesterday, I was playing a bunch of, oh man, what was the game? I completely forgot. That just tells you my memory. But I have been playing a lot of Minecraft recently. I will tell you that. For some reason, I couldn't go to bed last night. It was like 3 a.m. and I couldn't go to bed. So I decided just to sit down and play a bunch of Minecraft. Spent 2 hours on that game.
You're building, surviving. What was on your mind? Yeah.
So just your basic Minecraft stuff, you know, building, surviving, all that stuff.
All right. Well, Nat, what were you up to?
I was just also playing Minecraft. Not
Oh, you were?
Minecraft. Yeah, I was playing a bit of Minecraft Dungeons.
Oh wait, you were playing Dungeons yesterday?
Yeah, not that long ago, but I also stayed up till like what, a bit, like 2 a.m.
Oh well, you should have told me that. If you were up at 2 a.m., I would have played some Dungeons with you.
Oh shoot, yeah, I would have definitely played with you as well. I didn't know you were up though.
Well, I mean, you know, I don't really tell people that I'm up at like 3 a.m. because who do you want to message at 3 a.m?
Definitely. To go message.
All right.
But
I know we have something on that's pretty much on everybody's mind right now. It happened like earlier last week. So, Switch 2. Come on, guys.
oh my gosh, dude, it's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. That thing looks pretty freaking amazing. I'm freaking excited.
I would say that it looks really good, but I do have some concerns. But I'm wondering what Flynn thinks of it.
I think it's going to be pretty great. We don't have a Wii U situation on our hands. I did see some people were kind of iffy because they're like, there's no like real gimmick to make it stick out from looking at it on the outside. I mean, you know, who knows? It could be like the 3DS where if you from distance it looks like a normal DS, but the big gimmick is it has a 3D screen. You don't need glasses for this one. So rumors have been going around and leaks have been going around about a mouse feature built into the Joy-Cons, which I think is pretty cool. We could have like Dota on there or something. We get point and clicks with Thrive on this, and maybe some shooters, but I want to see what the big secret they got for going on right now.
I actually want to piggyback on the mouse subject real quick. So this is something that's been speculated for quite a while in all the leaks that we've seen online, and this makes me wonder the new types of games that can possibly come to the Switch with a new mouse feature. Do any of you guys have any like ideas for games that could come now that we have an ability to act like a mouse?
You know, I think the first game they should add is Doom. For 1997 Doom. I think that
Can it run Doom? Can it run Doom?
I now need to know. I'll Google that up right now. Doom on Switch.
No, a Switch 2.
On Switch too. All right. That is
I mean,
Doom.
I mean, it's not impossible that it can happen.
Not as well. I think it could also be used as like a computer at this point, with its mouse capabilities.
That actually makes me think though, like, do you think I'm pretty sure the Switch 2 might have internet capabilities, and if you can use the Joy-Con like a mouse, that'd be really cool to surf the web by using your Joy-Con as the mouse.
But where's the keyboard?
Well, you can you can use a USB and plug in a keyboard to the regular Switch. That is a possibility. When I was playing RPG Maker a very long time ago, and I had to do dialogue on the Switch, I had to do it all with my controller. But then I learned I could plug in a keyboard with USB, and whenever a Xbox opens up, you actually can use the keyboard to type something in. It was a really interesting feature that I found that was making that game 100% easier, even though I never finished it.
All right. And yes, Doom is on Switch, but I could totally see them updating it to have mouse controls. Definitely. It's like $6.
Actually, I just thought of a really interesting thing for the mouse. Does that mean Minecraft can be played like on PC on the Switch too? Think about it.
Coding stuff and doing all or it's just like typical like mouse.
Like typical PC Minecraft gameplay. If you can use it as a mouse, then you can basically play like you would on a PC by using your Joy-Con as a mouse, and the buttons on the side can be used to do things like, select items in the hotbar, place items, stuff like that. The ZL or ZR, depending on which Joy-Con you use, can be used as a right click, and the L can be used as a left click.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wait. So if there's a mouse compatibility on both Joy-Cons, that has me thinking. So do we have a left-handed or a right-handed mode?
Oh.
Because now that's got me questioning.
What if there's two cursors?
You can have two cursors on the screen?
Two cursors.
Two-player mouse.
Oh, I didn't think about that actually.
Actually, I don't think I've heard of any PC game doing that.
No, because you can only have one mouse. That's the thing.
Dude, you actually got something right there. Now I want to see what that would look like.
Yeah, I would like to see something like that actually. What games could support that though?
I think like a new game would do that. I've never seen two games use two cursors that wasn't a Wii or Wii U. But yeah, that'd be sick. But another thing I have a question is, so using the Joy-Con as a mouse, right? Most likely, most everybody's gonna be sitting on their couch playing. I don't know how big your couch is or not, but I feel like if you're supposed to get to work, instead of having a desk, we'd be using the couch we're on or our legs. So I'm trying to think, would it actually work?
I think it probably would work with the infrared technology they have, or mouse, because certain mouse works really well on certain surfaces.
Guys, I just realized Mario Paint.
Yeah.
Oh.
But it also Mario Maker, if they make a third Mario Maker, that would be really helpful with a mouse feature.
It would.
Imagine having, because Mario Maker 2 had stylus capability, it had touchscreen capabilities, didn't it? If you had it in like not in docked mode.
Yeah, handheld mode.
In handheld mode, and the Wii U version had the touchscreen. So if the mouse is a thing that could be done on the Switch 2, that means if you have Mario Maker 3, you can use it as a cursor to click and drag things onto the map.
Since
That would be-
everybody has used a mouse before, I think it'd be super easy to understand if they do it right.
I think it would have so much capabilities, and they could bring it back a lot of the fun features from the first Mario Maker. You know, like you could shake, you can have different hands pop up on the screen, and if they have a 2-player mode, that works perfectly for the second mouse for the Joy-Con.
Yeah, and it'd be less of a hassle because I'm sorry, guys. Mario Maker 2, the two-player making mode is a pretty good idea, but it's pretty limited. You're stuck to just using one Joy-Con per person, and that's not a lot of buttons.
It didn't really work. It didn't work well.
Two cursors is brilliant, actually. Like I never thought about that, man. I'm still blown away by that.
I'm just imagining it like you're in Mario Galaxy, and it's just like player 2 is like collecting all the star bits, and then you like try to collect them, and then the other player just takes it.
Oh, actually, he's right. A lot of Wii games could really simulate using mouse instead of motion. That I didn't really think about that. Games like let's say Mario Galaxy 2 comes to the Switch. Then what we can really do is use the cursor instead of motion. You can use it as a mouse. But that also makes me think, do you think that Nintendo will like provide their own special kind of mouse pad or something?
Yeah, that's awesome on my mind, man.
Just like the Nintendo mouse pad or the Joy-Con pad. That would be hilarious. I would so
your console inside the box. Yeah.
Free? That's funny. Free? That's funny. That's definitely like a $10 accessory right there.
Oh yeah, but oh, here's something. I got you. Okay, so we got the new Mario Kart coming out, right? They just revealed that.
Yeah, the whole thing with like the 24 players and everything.
Yeah, but what if? Okay, I don't think we had a Mario Kart do this before. We had other Nintendo games do this. F-Zero's done this. I think it's time for a course maker.
For like Mario Kart?
For Mario Kart. I want to make my own courses.
Ooh. I don't know about that.
I mean, using a mouse would be perfect.
It would, and I wouldn't deny that it'd be a good idea. I just want to know how they would do something like that.
I mean, like this. All right, so you have your mouse, right? And then you have the other Joy-Con inside your other hand, or a controller. Use the mouse, to drop down items, and then just create roads by just, dragging and clicking on like roads. It kind of like a roller coaster tycoon. Yeah, just putting down stuff just like this on a grid base, maybe, or maybe like instead of that one Labo game where you just draw on a piece of paper and then boom, your course is there. But
Never got to play Labo.
I think it's time. Everybody's like battle royale mode. That could work also. It's like classic arcade games, but creating your own courses, I think it's finally time.
Well, to piggyback that idea about the battle royale thing, we have received some kind of confirmation that 24-player carts is a thing. So that kind of makes me wonder, how will the item system work with it? Is it just going to be just like how they do it with 12 place, Because I can imagine all of the items that are just going to pop up in the game with all those players.
Yeah. imagine double item boxes. Oh, that would be horrible.
Double item boxes sound like a drag. They're probably gonna do like they did with Mario Party Jamboree, not like the actual layout and how they do it, but like, you know, they have all the people there, they all run the course, and it's its own separate mode. I'm wondering if it's gonna be like its own separate mode instead of like the new way of Mario Kart. You know what I mean? Because if that's the new way of Mario Kart, I don't know how I feel about that.
What about this? Open world Mario Kart. What do you think about that, Nat? Like you drive
Open world Mario Kart.
Yeah, like a Crash Team Racing.
I don't think it would be a thing I would like in a Mario Kart game.
I kind of agree with
like
Nat.
It's more like a card. I think if they would do something like that, they would do something more like Crash Bandicoot Racing, where it's like levels, like a platforming.
Yeah, there's just something about a open world Mario Kart that doesn't sit well with me. It's possible. I can easily see it and see how it works, but I think they would just go something around the lines of like, you know, like what Nat said, or like Mario Tennis Aces, where they just kind of had like a map grid. Or was it Aces or was it Power Smash? The one on the Switch, because you know they had that world map. Is it Aces? Okay. Yeah, it's like the one they had on the world map where you can just run around and they have like cutscene dialogue and stuff. But open world, I don't think so.
All right. Well, what would you guys like to see?
Well, there's something I've always been wanting for Switch that has not been implemented yet, but I want a Mario baseball. I love the Mario baseball on the Wii. I love the GameCube one was okay. I played that one and I enjoyed it. But Mario Baseball, I would so love to see that implemented. There's so many ways they can do it. There's so many ways they can bring it back. And I would just love to see all the new characters in the Mario universe be people you can bat with. Like imagine Prince Florian as a batter.
Tiny little guy with a big bat. Barely, like the ball like goes right over his head.
Yeah, right. Or he has to like lean his baseball bat so high up so he can even hit it. Oh, wait, actually, speaking of Prince Florian, that brings up something you talked about before, Flynn. The gimmick of Mario Kart having the Wonder Flower.
Yeah. That also, I'd like to see that too. Just, like, imagine. It's just a desert road, goes on for infinity, or whatever. Then you see a Wonder Flower, and then, I don't know, like the road twists, or goes into the sky suddenly, or something like that.
You know what they could do? You remember in Smash Bros. Ultimate they had the stage morphing ability?
Yeah.
Remember how, like throughout the time in the battle, the stage will morph into a new one? What if the Wonder Flower does something like that? Where it can morph the stage into something else? The only thing I fear about that is, by doing that, people who are trying to like make a shortcut or do something gets completely destroyed by the map. Like, imagine someone's trying to do an ultra shortcut in 200cc, but then the stage morphs halfway through, and their ultra shortcut got completely ruined.
Because, like, I don't know, like, maybe there's, like, a volcano erupts, or the floor breaks apart, or the water suddenly turns to ice.
I could just imagine the terrain capabilities they can do with that.
But also,
What if it was
they'll get rid of gliders?
Did you guys just have the same idea?
You said gliders, Nat?
No. Well, yes and no.
Oh, no.
What were you saying?
Yeah.
I was wondering if they make the Wonder Flower an actual item.
Whoa, what would the Wonder Flower do as an item, though?
I don't know. Maybe change the course.
So, instead of picking it up on the road, you just use it as an item to change the course? That'd be pretty scary.
Or maybe that would act like the Crazy 8 thing, or the Lucky 7, where you get a bunch of of power-ups, but you don't know what it is.
Well, speaking of Crazy 8 and Lucky 7, are we confirming that this is going to be Mario Kart 9 or 10?
I'm part of the 10 group.
Because
I think they say 4 is number 9.
Because there was a lot of things in Tour, wasn't there?
Yeah, we got like the bubble power-up. We got a few original stages. We're missing one inside the 8 Deluxe DLC. But like most of the stages inside Tour is in 8. Just we're missing one.
Oh wait, that makes me come up with an interesting idea. So remember when we were talking before the podcast, we were mentioning things like, oh, what new items can be introduced to Mario Kart, the new Mario Kart, right? And I know we were mentioning something about the items in Mario Wonder, like the bubble flower and stuff like that, right? And what they would do in this new Mario Kart. Well, I just thought about the drill mushroom.
Yeah, they did. Nintendo did say they wanted to do something with the drill in
So-
Mario Kart 8.
So what if the drill is, how it works is you grab the item, right? You get the item from an item box. And then what happens is if an item's coming after you, it's kind of like a sound horn where you can destroy things, but instead you go underground temporarily.
Like the
Now-
reverse feather item?
The reverse what again?
The reverse feather inside Mario Kart.
Pretty much, yeah. But see, the difference between the feather and the drill is that the feather was only used in battle mode.
Right.
But see, how the drill would work is if there's an item in your way and you go under, the item remains instead of it being broken. So, like, let's say someone was behind you, right? And they were trying to slipstream you, get a boost behind them. What if you drilled under and there was like a red shell or shell something right in front of them and it just hits them behind them? I think that would be funny.
All right. What do you think, Nat? What do you think they'll add?
I think that they might add new characters and some DLC.
Like they did with the course pack?
Yes.
All right. Top 5 characters you want to see, Nat.
Top 5 characters that I want to
5 characters.
Top 5. I think I would love to see Crazy Kong again.
Okay.
That's my number 4. My number 5 character, I think. Let's see. There's maybe, those Crocs from the Donkey Kong games?
The Kremlings?
Yeah, the Kremlings.
They were batters in Mario Baseball, so it'd be really cool to see them in other games.
It'd be nice to see them.
All right. So we got Kremlings. What else?
And I know Waluigi's in there.
Unless it's going to be like Mario Kart 7 where he did this.
Or it's like Mario Strikers where they had to add it was Diddy Kong later into the game's development, later into the game's lifespan.
We had to wait like a month or 2 for Daisy.
I forgot Daisy wasn't in the base game. Oh man.
So,
Personally, I'd like to see King Bob-omb. But it'd be weird to see him throw bob-ombs at other people.
King Babam, he's not in the Mario Kart game, is he?
he's in Tour.
Well, yeah, but a lot of characters are in Tour. There is one thing. This isn't involving characters, but there is something I do want them to bring to the new Mario Kart. I would love costumes. I would love to have costumes for certain characters. Because in Tour, I always loved like the tuxedo outfit for Mario and like the singer for Pauline. It would be really cool to have them have different outfits, and then when you win a race, they have like a pose, or like they pose in their new outfit, saying that they won the race. I think that'd be really cool to show off those cool designs that they have.
It'd also be a good way to combine characters that we don't like seeing, like Pink, Gold, Peach. We could have Metal Mario underneath the costume of Mario.
I just think that'll fix a lot of like the ideas that a lot of the complaints that people had for Mario Kart, where they were just filling in the roster with just random people, or mostly just clones of one character.
All right.
Do we have Baby Rosalina in Mario Kart?
Yes, I think we do.
I was going to say Baby Rosalina.
But you know what character I want back that they have not brought back since?
Kamek?
Well, Kamek's in the new Mario. Kamek's in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Oh, right.
Toadsworth.
Oh, from Wii?
We haven't seen Toadsworth ever since he was brought back for the new Paper Mario TTYD.
Yeah.
And I honestly I miss the character. I'm gonna be honest with you. I love Toadsworth as a character, especially with my Mario and Luigi background. I just miss seeing him as a character.
I'm honestly surprised you didn't say Egad.
Well, I would love Egad too. Egad is in one of my top 5. He's just not my most important. He'd be like my second to Toadsworth. Because, you guys know my Luigi's Mansion background, how much I love the Luigi's Mansion series. So having Egad as a character, definitely something I would love to see. But there's just something about Toadsworth that he just wasn't in other games. Egad still had Luigi's Mansion 3 when it came on the Switch. But Toadsworth, all he had was TTYD, and he only's in there because he was in the original Paper Mario TTYD. So I'd love to see him come back in a new light.
Alright. But you said that there's somebody above.
That was
Egad.
that was Toadsworth. That one was Toadsworth.
Oh, just Toadsworth? Oh, okay.
Yeah, Toadsworth is my biggest want for the new Mario Kart.
Alright. I would love to see them have more guest characters.
Like, non-Mario characters.
I want to see Captain Falcon. I think this is time to return.
It is surprising that he has a stage but not a character.
I mean, we got the vehicle, but just Captain Falcon. But yeah, what would you guys like to see who isn't a Mario character?
Lucas.
Honestly, why did we not see that coming?
From the hit game Smash 4.
Smash 4. He was in Brawl, dude. He was in Brawl. He wasn't even in Smash. Oh, no, wait, he was DLC.
He was not going to be in Smash 4.
That is hilarious.
All right, Lucas. All right, somebody's gonna say Pikachu.
Oh, Pokemon, 100%. People want Pokemon. That's just a given.
Yeah.
But I can't really.
I think
Okay, I can't believe no one's thought about it. But what about Sonic?
I don't know if they would have the rights for this game to have Sonic.
Well, they got him in.
They might.
Did? They might. They could get him in. They inside Double Dash. They said they wanted to see if they get Sonic and Tails in there, but they said no. It's always been on the board to have crossover characters.
Sega and Nintendo aren't. They're not rivals anymore.
Yeah. Good
So,
friends, yeah.
and they're friends. Sonic was in Smash. They had the Mario and Sonic Olympic Games series. It's not uncommon for them to have Sonic characters now.
But doesn't Sonic have his own racing game too?
He does. He does have it. And isn't the new one coming soon?
Yeah, Cross Worlds. Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. Wait, I think that's supposed to come out this year too. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Oh, are we gonna have a Mufasa and Sonic 3 situation on our hands?
The last time we had something like this happen was Mario Kart 8 on Wii U and transformed.
I don't mean to be a hater for Sonic, but I'm gonna be 100% honest with you all. Mario would probably win.
Oh, he's got all the games. He's bigger, but if they bring back the mechanic inside racing cross worlds, that would be sick. I don't know if I was supposed to rank All Stars Transformed and Mario Kart 8, they'd be like neck and neck. Because I think
That's fair.
They're both respective gimmicks pretty well.
That's
I mean,
fair.
you have gliding versus flying, and I think they both do agree. But it's going to be an interesting year for the mascot kart racers.
Yeah, it would. Also, it's a big
Speaking-
year for Nintendo
Yeah.
with their new console.
Speaking of characters for Mario Kart, do we want to discuss the idea of Donkey Kong?
Ah, yes. Donkey
Ooh.
Kong. They changed his face to be like the original artwork. Interesting take. They de-rared him, I guess. You could say he's Common Kong now.
Oh,
Man, what do you think about it, Nat?
I don't like it. I like the old one better.
I gotta have to agree. I like the old one too. It's one of those ideas that you see a character as they are for the longest time. So having this whole new change it doesn't feel right.
This is
I mean, I was like that with the movie, but once you get used to it, yeah, you get used to it. Either
Yeah.
and or. I'm used to
Yeah.
it because DDD, come on, every game, it's like he gained or lost weight. He had a growth spurt. He got shorter.
my question is Donkey Kong. What if Donkey Kong in this game was actually Dee but grown up?
Oh, we're gonna go into this, are we? We're gonna go into this idea that Donkey Kong is kind of like the new Cranky Kong.
Yeah.
What do you think about that, Flynn? I don't have an opinion right now.
Donkey Kong is the new Cranky Kong? You mean like we have a new, like we're going down the Donkey Kong family line now, or?
Kind of like that idea of like in the regular Donkey Kong that was actually Cranky Kong, and in
that
like
wasn't confirmed?
what's up?
It wasn't confirmed?
No,
Yeah,
I don't
it
think it was confirmed. It was confirmed, right? Yeah.
I
I
thought
think
it was.
confirmed, yeah.
So are we going with the idea that, well, it'd be so weird to see a big Kong and then have the name be Diddy Kong, you know what I mean? There's a big buffed Kong and it's just Diddy Kong. I think that would be hilarious if that was the case.
My boy is all grown up now.
You have to explain where he got his tail.
They have to explain the origin of how Diddy Kong just, was like, I'm gonna go through a growth spurt. But there's a lot of potential for this new Mario Kart game, and I'm kind of excited to see what they're gonna do with it. Because at the end of the day, it's a new Mario Kart game. It was the best-selling game on the Switch, and it's the best-selling series. So I like to see what they do with Mario Kart and how they're gonna go forward with it. I do hope that this 24 racer thing is not the main mechanic of Mario Kart. It's
Mario
cool
Kart
to have
needs modes.
it does need modes. A few days ago, me and Flynn were playing Mario Kart Double Dash, and we were playing the battle modes, right? The Balloon Battle, the Bomb Blast, and Shine Thief. And I was telling Flynn how, like, I really like these game modes, but I really feel like it'd be cool if Mario Kart emphasized battle mode a little bit more. I know they do with the new game modes like Renegade Roundup, the new stage like Urchin Underpass, and, the feather being only a battle mode item, but when I hear Mario Kart, I'd love to see both the kart racing and the battle mode when I look up stuff like Mario Kart.
All right. But new modes. Let's see. Would it be a battle mode, or you think of like we have standard race, we have battle mode, and then like a 24 race mode where the stages are bigger, or you have something else in mind?
Kind of like how in Smash Bros. There are certain stages that are viable for like 8-player Smash.
Alright.
Well, if they add a new 24 mode, is it just for races, or are we gonna have 24 battles too? Because that sounds intense.
Yeah. That's why I'm kind
I
of
would,
iffy on 24 racers, to be honest. Like 24 is a lot.
yeah. And let's be honest, a lot of games are going through with this new battle royale mode for games. I mean, look at Jamboree. Jamboree had that whole what was it, 100 party mode, which is fun. I enjoyed it. I played it a few times, and I actually really enjoyed playing it. But just adding more players doesn't make the game any more fun, in my opinion, at least. It might be fun for the first few weeks because you're like, "Whoa, there's so many people. There's so many people." But when you get to like when you play it more often, it gets kind of stale. It's like when they added the custom item mode for Deluxe, and everyone was like, "Oh my gosh, so many blue shells. They're all over the place." But like no one talks about it anymore. It's fun for the first few weeks, but then it just grows stale.
Yeah.
And that's my problem with it.
Talking about battle passes.
No.
What about adding
No.
10,000 people in one game, and they fight in one win?
So we're literally just gonna Fortnite Mario Kart.
But what? It's not 100 people. It's 1,000 people.
Can you even think the game can handle 1,000 people? Can the game itself handle 1,000 people?
Servers?
Actually, that ties into something. Remember the playtest program?
No.
Now, I'm not allowed to share anything about it, right?
Yeah.
So
got
I apologize. I got
allegedly.
I got invited to the program, and it was a very, very amazing experience. I'm not allowed to share the details of it, but there's something within the program that might actually help correlate to that idea in that.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Like I said, I'm not allowed to really disclose anything, but if it is possible, it'd be really, if it was implemented in Mario Kart, I think Mario Kart will have a big change within the world of kart racing.
Okay. All right. Well, I think so. From going from racing, is there any other games you guys like to see? Because personally, I think since it's the 40th anniversary of Mario this year, whoop whoop. I think we're gonna get a 3D Mario game this year, but I think that's too easy. You'd like to see a baseball game. Do you think they'll make like a new Mario franchise?
New franchise?
Yeah,
not
like a new sport.
Sport? Well, okay. Go ahead, Matt.
I mean, when the Wii U came out, they did do what was it, the punching game with the springs? Or was that on the Switch?
Oh,
Arms. Yeah.
Ao mentions Mario Bowling.
Mario Bowling. All right.
I think
I can see that.
We've never had that, right? Never had a Mario Bowling.
And we had bowling, but Mario Bowling. I could see like using power-ups on the ball. Like imagine like you have a ice flower, and then you roll the ball, right? And then since you use ice on it, the ball like it makes it hard for you to turn, and it'd be like a nerf to your opponents, so they can't like make some cool shots or like curve the ball to make hit thing. That would be cool. That would be cool.
Or you could
Not
do
hit pins.
or you can do a classic thing where, you can put a banana on the actual the lane, and you have to avoid it, or else the ball will spin out for a little bit, or it'll turn in a direction you don't want it to.
Or a boomerang ball. Oh, wait. Ayo, you're cooking right now. Imagine the ball turns into a boomerang and you throw it once, it goes inside the pit, and then it comes.
I see. Oh my gosh. Imagine that. And you can just get a free strike if you time your shot right.
Or
That's
you can get rid of splits easy.
Oh, that is true. Let's say you hit a ball and it goes like a classic 7-10 split, and then you use the boomerang item and you roll it onto the thing and it comes back and you hit the other split for a spare. That's an interesting idea.
I feel like bombs would definitely be not a thing. That's too much power. Unless it's like
What if the bomb is a rare item to get? For a guaranteed strike, if you have it, you're guaranteed a strike.
If it was like that, then that'd have to be like really fast bowling then. Like, imagine like you keep just getting pins, you get items, and then you're just trying to get like as many pins knocked down inside of a certain amount of time, and then you're given items if you can like hit it in their lane, and then you can get like a bomb, and then blows up, free strike, next set of pins, and it just keeps on going like that. Like it's instantly feeding you more strikes for you to get.
What?
Like,
Okay.
Hmm.
So I'm thinking. Oh,
You know what counter to the bomb would be?
what would the counter be?
A boo.
How would it work?
You steal someone's strike.
oh,
Imagine you're winning, and then a boo appears on the scoreboard and just takes the strike and puts it on yours, so you don't even have to play. You didn't have to do that turn. Or it takes one of your previous rolls and he takes it and puts it on yours and gives you the bad one. That would be so diabolical. So I think it would go through like this. So you have like a 9 lane or like a 9 inning game, right? I forgot what they call it for bowling. And so when the game starts, item boxes appear, right?
right.
So when you do your first bowl, you won't have an item, right? And when you do the roll and you get the item box, you get an item. You can either choose to save it for next round, or you can use it for your spare. I think that's the best way to go about it. So people can't just use an item at the very first game and have like a bomb at the ready to get a strike. So it should be before you bowl, not while the ball is moving.
Alright. But why stop at bowling? Let's see, we have Mario Tennis, we have baseball, we have golf, volleyball. You think
Okay.
volleyball?
So to kind of piggyback on your idea for volleyball, one thing I remember is, does anyone remember Mario Sports Mix?
No.
Mario Sports Mix.
Remembering it back, yeah.
Mario Sports Mix was a mix of 4 sporting events into one. Also, it was also a cross with Square Enix, but that's not the reason we're talking right now. So Mario Sports Mix had a combination of 4 sports. It was dodgeball, volleyball, hockey, and volleyball. What if they make a brand new sports mix?
And bowling is one of them.
No, bowling is not one in sports mix, actually.
No. In this new one.
Oh, okay. So they can add bowling as a sport. Oh, that would actually be a good one. That'd be a good thing to add.
Then football.
Oh, do we ever even have a Mario football?
No, we haven't.
Would it be football or rugby?
Well,
they're the same
well, it'd
thing.
be it would be football.
The same thing. Somebody's out there is like, you said what about rugby? It is not football.
It is not football.
Well,
It's
that's
rugby.
basically saying soccer and football.
And yes, we're talking about American football.
Thank you for specifying that, Flynn.
For
Well,
all of our British viewers.
does anyone remember Mario Hoops 3-on-3?
Oops.
On the DS,
Yeah.
I
I
played
think-
like 5 minutes of it.
I think that's the only instance of a Mario basketball game.
You know what? I am down for Mario basketball to have a comeback. I am down for that.
I would like it. I definitely would go with a Mario basketball.
You think they get Square to do it again?
Well, I don't really know how Nintendo is on terms with Square.
I mean,
So
they
I
did
can't
Mario
really-
RPG again.
They did Mario RPG again, but that could easily just have been just a one-off. You know what I mean? If they do, then I would love to see how they do in Mario basketball. I would love to see them do another Mario basketball. Then again, they don't need to have Square Enix to make a basketball game. They could just make a basketball game without any crossovers.
But who would make it? Do you think the Strikers guys would do it?
Well, who made was it just Square Enix that made Hoops 3-on-3?
Yeah.
They didn't have another third party company help make it?
No, it was just Square. Yeah.
Well, they do have next level games. But then again, the new Strikers was not that good.
Yeah.
Wait, there was a new
bought it.
Strikers?
Yeah, I bought it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know.
I don't regret it. I slightly do regret it. I don't regret it though.
I mean,
but,
I played the demo of it. It was okay. Wasn't really all that into it.
2022, right?
It was I was at Disney World when I first played it.
I think I played it with one of my friends. And we didn't. It was a.
Wasn't the best. I'm gonna tell you
It
that right
wasn't-
now.
I would say it wasn't bad compared to games nowadays, but it's all right.
Let's just say I didn't buy the game. I didn't really want to buy it.
I did not use my wallet.
but let's see. Basketball. Now. Do you think they would do
Esports.
like 3-on-3? Or do you think they like change it up a bit?
They probably just follow the basic rules of basketball. That's what I'm thinking. I think that would just be the safest route to go, you know what I mean?
But like power-ups, like your typical. Do you think they would allow you to like push people around, or do you think that that'd be like a red card?
No, I think they'd be allowed to push them around. I mean, look at strikers. They can literally just tackle people to the ground, electrocute them, and then just take a goal right there and there. I don't think a lot of rules of regular basketball will apply. But I can't seem to think of any other sports game that would be a viable, game to play. They pretty much covered most of them.
Mario Cricket.
I think at this point now we're just trying to think of a sport and then just put it in.
We're just
Who
scraping
knows?
the bottom
Maybe we
barrel.
get Mario Ballet.
That
I think you're now just stretching the bar.
I think you're just going into the point where we're just jumping into the Olympic Games.
Yeah. And that okay. That actually ties into something I wanted to talk about. I am very upset that there has not been a new Mario and Sonic.
I think the series is dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Mario and Sonic can't be at the Olympics anymore. I mean, Mario's turning 40 and Sonic is in like his 30s. So I think they're just not going to the Olympics anymore.
Well,
That's what I think about it.
AO does mention hockey, which was one of the games that was in Mario Sports Mix.
Yeah.
But then again, Mario Sports Mix kind of follows the same rules for every game, just, following its respected sport. So a whole official Mario hockey game, I could see it.
Mario hockey. But I mean, there must be a reason why they keep putting these mini games specifically inside the party series.
I said
they don't
Mario
change
water
that
polo.
much.
So
We had Quest come in and say Mario water polo.
Water polo. But isn't that inside the Olympic Games too?
yeah, no, I don't think so.
It wasn't?
I don't think it is in there. I think what we have with the Mario sports game is as good as it can be for now.
I agree. I think we have a good amount of sports games that we don't really need to see a new one be introduced.
Other than the bowling.
Are we suspecting a new Mario Party?
I don't think
Just
so. since
had
they
one.
Released one like last year.
They did release Jamboree, and I got to admit, Jamboree was actually really fun. I kind of wish I played more of it when I got it.
I'm going to check it out just later.
I would
probably
love
to.
I would love to have a Mario Party like stream where we play a bunch of Mario Party games. Hopefully when I come back when I do kind of like a re-debut of sorts, I'd love to do like a series where we play a bunch of Mario Party games.
Definitely. But what if you guys so speaking of plans, we just revamped the Discord.
Mm-hmm.
Have anything else that you think that might come up later that you haven't told anybody yet?
Well, if we're going to talk about that, as of right now, we all know I'm still kind of in this process of making a new kind of like a Twitch, a new, not really persona, but more like a new complete overhaul of my streams and stuff like that. Recently, I've been doing my Legend of Magic story. I'm still writing chapter 1. I have everything written down, but most of the time I was spent working on the revamp than I was on the story. But for things I haven't told you guys, there is a new series idea that I want to try. I'm not going to get into details about what the series is, but I would love to make series videos dedicating to me playing the entire series of a certain game. So for example, I was thinking of the Legend of Zelda series. A long time ago, I thought of an idea to play the series in timeline order. And when we went into splits in the timeline, I would have like my Discord or my viewers and stuff decide what timeline we follow within the game. But ever since I did that, I got so enticed into completing series, like completing games from the very first game to the last game. So I really want to see where I can go with this. And if it's something I can stream, I will. But the biggest thing I want to do with it is make it a YouTube series. You always see those people where they're like, I played this game for this many hours, right? Or I've played all of the games of this and that, videos like that. That's what I want to do. I want to make videos dedicating myself to playing all the games within a series, you know, if I'm physically able to. And then just kind of like talk about my experience on a YouTube video. Right now, I'm doing the Luigi's Mansion Challenge run, where I'm completing all the modes of Scarescraper and all the floor levels and all the difficulties solo. And if I can clear them all solo, I'm going to make a big video dedicating to how I did it. And yeah, that's pretty much what I want to do. I want to create challenge runs, go live on YouTube or Twitch to do them, and then later on edit it in a video.
All right. What about you, Nat? You got any plans later?
Oh, plans? Plans. I just go and do some coding. That's my
Yeah,
plans.
one thing you know about Nat, he loves playing with Linux.
Hey, don't say it like that.
Don't say it like that, Mr. Oh, hey, you can do this in Linux. You can do this in Linux. And you can do this. I have Splatoon icons that you can use in Linux.
Yeah, but I'm actually planning on doing a huge project with Linux for computers, making a cluster. Basically, multiple computers working together to work as one.
Just imagine controlling a bunch of computers by using just one.
Yeah. But
Though,
other than that, Flynn, what is your plans?
that is true. We never asked you, Flynn. What are you doing?
I'm going to. This is going to be a surprise to some people. I'm going to be playing Dragon Quest 3 HD remake, 2D remake, and it was I had a little bet. I'm not gonna tell you what the bet was about, but I'm gonna be playing it. I'm gonna beat it. But it's gonna be a one hell of an experience. I know one of my friends here definitely is like, what the hell is this guy going on about?
well, Mr. Person's like JRPG, you say? Well, if Flynn's gonna mention that, then I'm going to mention this. I don't think we need to hide it, Flynn. I really don't think we need to hide it anymore. I think it's best if we just...
I never hit anything. What are you talking about?
You literally just said that I don't want to go and discuss, so I'm gonna mention it.
No, I was... Okay. You can spill the beans.
Let's just spill the beans, dude. So, So everyone knows about how everyone was leaking the introduction of the Switch 2. When was it going to be announced? People were thinking it was coming out the 19th. Some people said no, but mostly said yes. So me and Flynn, we were talking in a voice chat or in a DM, and we were just talking about like, oh, what would happen if it did get released on the 19th? So Flynn mentioned that he would play Dragon Quest if it did. I was trying to find a game to play if it was announced on the 19th. So I said, you know what? Screw it. If it comes out on the 19th, I will play Grand Theft Auto 5. Lo and behold, at 8 in the morning, I was like, no, I don't want to play Grand Theft Auto 5. So yeah, I downloaded I had Grand Theft Auto 5 free on my PC because I got it when Epic Games released it for free. So I was like, fine, I'll play GTA 5. And then I got very ticked off because I was gonna do it the day of the announcement, play GTA. But then I realized I need a Rockstar account, and I was too lazy to make a Rockstar account. So I said, screw it, I'll just wait until Flynn plays Dragon Quest. Then I'll play GTA.
But, yeah. I'm gonna beat it. I don't know about you. I'm gonna beat my game. GTA is pretty decently long, but
I'll at least do the story. I'll at least get the story done because that's something I really want to, bring up because that's pretty much the majority of it.
yeah, now you know, Nat.
Now you know why I was playing.
I was there.
You came in a few minutes late, but yeah, he already kind of knew. But I would like to close off by kind of just talking about this podcast in general, if you guys don't mind.
All right, go off, man.
Okay, so this was our very first podcast. This was something that, I'll be honest with you, was very nervous on doing. I didn't know how we were going to do this, but I'd like to believe it came out pretty decent. I think it was a really fun time. We got together to talk about certain things and pretty much go over all some things that we would like to see or things that would happen. But I would like everyone else's opinion who has actually sit and watched this presentation. I'd love to hear your guys' feedback about it. Any constructive criticism will be good. Anything that involves what we could do better or what you liked would be greatly appreciated. We plan to do something like this at least once every month. And we'll just get together, sit down for an hour, hour and a half. Apparently maybe 3 hours. About just something we've been talking about. A lot of the stuff we had written down, we didn't really go into. We didn't really talk about. But worst case scenario, if there's ever a time where we're able to bring it into a conversation, I'd be more than happy to bring it in. But I'd like to hear all of your guys' opinions on how this idea that we came up with. If anything, I would love to try to see if we can do this like once a month, plan it out, and have a good old time. Whatever new events come out, whatever new things get presented, we're gonna talk about them. But other than that, that's pretty much all I have to say.
All right, I guess that's it. So, yeah, you guys have a very fantastic rest of your day.
Thank you guys so much for joining in. Thank you all for coming for this little moment. Anything you want to end off with, Nat?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Nope. Just that's
Go
pretty cut and dry. Nope.
Nope.
But
I would thank everyone for coming here and listening to the podcast.
I agree. For everyone who's on YouTube right now, for everyone who's in this podcast room right now, and for anyone else who is going to rewatch this on Spotify, thank you guys so very much. And I will see you guys another time. All right. Let's go ahead and close the book on this one, shall we, guys?
Yep.
Hey, you guys want to drop in and hang out inside my office?
Just have like a quote unquote after party.
Yes, it's
Right.
an after party. Yes.
I guess so.
Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you all soon. Until then, a Jinzo out.